Hello gamers, welcome to Gaming Daily Input. Today we'll be talking about the most amazing top 10 massively multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPGs. It's going to be an interesting topic. Do stay with me till the end of the video to learn more about it. Massively multiplayer online role-playing games require an intense time commitment, so these recommendations are for games that grabbed us from the get-go all the way to the 133rd hour. Here's our list of the top 10 MMORPGs. You're sure to find something that will swallow up entire days at a time. Be that the most popular MMORPG in the world, a hidden gem with a dedicated community, or even an MMO based on a popular book series. Let's get started. 10. DC Universe Online. Could you rather have the force of flight or super speed? Well, why not both? DC Universe Online has been a permanent spot for DC and hero fans and keeps serious areas of strengths for years after the fact on 5 unique stages. Now that DC Universe Online is allowed to play and on numerous stages, it's presently more available than any other time, regardless of significant substance drops like the latest universe of Flashpoint. City of Legends established the groundwork for hero MMORPGs, yet DC Universe Online has such an expansiveness of existing legend and characters, so it's a must for it to be on the list. 9. Tera. Tera stands out from the competition with an action combat system that's still enjoyable to play today in a genre that mostly relies on grinding to increase the statistics. Because the BAMs, big-ass monsters, roam freely throughout the game, it's always enticing to hone your skills against them. Even with its flaws such as animation locking during battle and a meager endgame, Tera's combat is still enjoyable to play right now, which is an amazing achievement for a free-to-play MMO that was published a decade ago. 8. EVE Online. There are so many fantastic real-world stories that have come from EVE Online that they could have their own top 10 list. That's how exceptional EVE Online is. EVE Online, a game with astounding depth and complexity, has grown a player base since its release in 2003 because of its serious consequences. You can lose ships worth hundreds or thousands of dollars permanently, freedom to do almost anything, and ability to organize moving tributes to Stephen Hawking and COVID-19. Due to its unwavering commitment to its astounding vision, EVE Online has managed to survive for almost 20 years. It's an incredible, massively multiplayer online role-playing game you will want to try today. 7. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Storytelling is vital in RPGs, and BioWare tells an excellent one in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Since SWTOR is now free to play, anyone may sign up and try the class tales in the first few expansions, making it more accessible to fans of the classic KOTOR series who may not be familiar with massively multiplayer online role-playing games. The Old Republic is still worthwhile playing after all these years, even though major material drops don't seem to happen as frequently as they once did. 6. Guild Wars 2. The idea of an MMO without a monthly charge was made famous by Guild Wars, and it still uses that model today. It's also quite easy to play, and while it promotes teamwork and social connection, most of it can be done alone. You may make a game that endures the test of time by combining that with the game's distinctive weapon ability system, in which various weapons offer various skills for various classes while in various hands, and ArenaNet's living world approach to storytelling parts. End of Dragons, a brand new expansion, is even planned for release in 2021. 5. Elder Scrolls Online. The Elder Scrolls Online allows you to get lost in a fantasy world where you can control your own story down to the nitty-gritty details. Do you want to summon dark magic as a Breton while you fight, or would you rather be a wood elf with the power of nature and a bow for defense? ESO combines gorgeous, diverse landscapes that you can easily travel around, wonderful combat and expansive quest options, all while allowing you to play alongside your pals. With consistent DLC drops and performance updates, ESO continues to improve upon itself, and now has never been a better time to hop into the world, especially for those who loved Skyrim and other Elder Scrolls games. 4. Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online might be one of the nicest looking massively multiplayer online role-playing games out there, with a vast, gorgeous world that puts a lot of others in the genre to shame. It's worth downloading just to play around with its gorgeous character creator. Aside from its concentration on real-time shooting, evading, and blocking during combat, Black Desert Online stands out for its emphasis on the development of civilizations and empires. Yes, you can play this as an action RPG or MMO, but there's a huge amount of depth if you want to go a bit Age of Empires. You can hire workers, set up production chains, and even set up full-on businesses, like this one centered around brewing beer. 3. Phantasy Star Online 2. Phantasy Star Online 2 still feels wonderfully new to play because of the fast-action anime sci-fi combat, amazing character creation tools, randomly generated fields, superb electronic soundtrack, and chaotic urgent quests, even though the UI and menu design feels a touch old these days. Along with the recent Western release of PSO2, it has received content updates for almost 8 years and will soon have a new open world, graphic engine update, systems update, and more owing to a significant update with New Genesis. Phantasy Star has a very promising future. 2. World of Warcraft. After its first release in 2004, World of Warcraft revolutionized the MMORPG genre as a whole by being more approachable to both seasoned players and beginners. World of Warcraft is a titan in the industry, with 8 expansions and roughly 16 years worth of fixes. There's no doubting that WoW still has years worth of missions, raids, dungeons, and even transmog fashion pieces to gather from prior expansions, despite Shadowlands' delayed arrival and the longest launch patch in the game's history. There are now more ways than ever to play World of Warcraft thanks to the option to switch between the Classic and the recently introduced Burning Crusade Classic servers. 1. Final Fantasy XIV. A Realm Reborn. One of the greatest modern success stories in video game history is Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, took a bland, widely panned launch game and completely retooled it to sit atop the throne of MMORPGs. Not only did Square Enix keep the old game going while working on the reboot, it worked the reboot into the game's storyline, making it as a calamity that reshaped Eorzea. With 3 current expansions and a 4th on the way, Final Fantasy XIV has only gotten better since its release. Each of them added classes, dungeons, and raids that drew inspiration from both Final Fantasy history and other Square Enix franchises like Nier Automata. Although Final Fantasy XV may have already ended, Final Fantasy XVI is still forthcoming. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and share the video. You can leave your questions and thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when we add new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.